Now, a lot of you may not agree with me, but I really don't care. Because I've learned how to open up my mind to the logic and the sensibilities of our reality that we choose to ignore. Yes, this is going to be a very good audio. You see the title of it, right? I feel. I feel, I feel, I feel. All right. There is an audio that I created for you already. You need to be checking it out. It's called Beta Languages. And in that one, I have described to you the differences between how real, I didn't say men, I said real men. There's all kind of men. But there's types of men. You got your alphas, you got your masculine, you have your beta, okay? You got your strong, you got your soft, you got your weak. You got your heterosexual, homosexual, metrosexual, whatever sexual. I don't know who I am sexual. Okay. But in those particular brackets, there's a certain language that people say on the often. And one of the main things that is a destroyer of pretty much most all of your conversations. And again, I said a lot of you are not going to agree because a lot of you are these type of people. And no wonder the way the world is the way that it is. This is why we are in a sensitive, weak environment, because we accept our lowest hanging fruit mentality. All right. Now, of course, let me go ahead and give you the red pill on this before we even get started. Let me go ahead and do this for you. Go ahead and give myself a red pill as well. Now, if you don't know already, you should know this is the Academy of Wildman. And while here, I am your professor. And I'm here to open up your eyes, and many of you already know about this. Actually, men know about this. Okay. But I'm going to share it with you who are new to, it's not a concept, it's a fact. Okay. This is not Morpheus's idea. It's a fact. This is not an emotionalized audio to cause grief or deception or distortion between the sexes. This thing of I feel when you start off a conversation needs to stop. Anyone and everyone that I know of in my personal life, okay, most people who know me, if they start off a conversation with I feel, okay, the conversation is done. Immediately, I cut them down from the top of their head to the bottom of their rusty old shoes, and I walk away. Because I'm not going to have a conversation with somebody talking about I feel. Now, I'm only outlining this one because there's other languages as well, because I'm going to let you do your research. I made the audio. Okay, take your lazy self back over there and listen to it. It's called Beta Languages. All right. Or probably in the beginning of it is Blue Pill Beta Languages. And I told you in that one, women also can be blue pill on a general basis anyway. Okay. But what we need to stop doing, and I'm going to bring a highlight to because I listened to a newscaster, and if I can find his name, I would, but it's probably on your smartphone. And let me see if I can give you a reference. It's probably just recently. Okay. There was a newscaster talking about how a school was, the administration had to resign. He had to resign. They did, the whole administration, because they were caught talking about the students and the parents. Some of you know about this. Okay. And of course, the story goes, we all know that there was an uproar, there was a protest, and a lot of people got in their feelings about what the teacher was saying. But the reality speaks that people talk about one another behind their back anyway. So this is not a surprise. They just got caught. Okay. And that's one of the things is that just show you a type of sensitive environment that you're in, where even if you tell the truth, people don't want to accept the truth. People will blatantly tell you, or in their own circles, because they wasn't really trying to be public with it, a Karen got in the way. Okay, they didn't think about their actions before they wanted to put them on blast, but let somebody put them on blast. No, wait a minute. As a matter of fact, let's do this. What if that person that recorded it, okay, how would they, here we go, here's the word, feel, not F-I-L-L, F-E-E-L. How would they feel if somebody did them like that when they're having a personal interlude with their wife or their husband, or when they're at home talking to themselves, or if they are doing things that are exclusive to the world and they don't want anybody to know about it? What if they left their phone on, or they left everything they did on record, or had a camera in their face and the public world seeing them? I bet you, I'm willing to probably guarantee you that they wouldn't like that. And then the first thing they want to do is get upset and try to figure out who put them on blast, or why would somebody record what they're doing in their personal private life and put it on blast. We're so sensitive, it's ridiculous, but I'm not going to get into that. Whatever you think of right now, that's not the subject. I'm just adding that as an example. But the person who was broadcasting this on the news, the guy who was sitting on the left panel, okay, after I listened to what happened in the school and administration resigned and the catastrophe that transpired after, he said something that caused me to pause, and I was getting ready to put the phone down and turn it off, and I heard him say, "I feel," and I can hear his tone. "I feel. Well, I do feel like that. This was a very bad situation, and they shouldn't have did that. They should have been more careful. Blah, blah, blah. I feel. Put me on pause for a minute there. And that lets me know, probably you do your research and listen to these newscasters and other men around your country. They are womanized. Okay? They're womanized. They're soft. And the question I need to ask you, listen, I really need to ask you women, if you listen to me, I'm going to ask you a very simple question. What type of man do you want in your world? Do you want a girly man, or do you want a man's man? That's what you need to ask yourself. Do you want this weak peon beta when a bear, a rabid dog, or a robber, or an evil girl, or somebody comes to approach you to attack you and your child? Would you want this beta man, beta boy, who's going to stand there in his feelings? Or do you want this guy to roll up his sleeves, take his glasses off, okay, tie up his tie, tighten up his pants, all right, unbutton his shirt, and start whooping some tail to protect you and your baby? You get what I'm saying? Listen, there is a protocol. There is a significant sign and a language of species all around the country in nature. Nature tells you what's out there in the forest. Most people comprehend, even if you never met a lion, you never heard a lion roar. If you ever hear a lion roar in the forest somewhere in the middle of the night, something's going to tell you that that's a beast out there that you don't want to mess with. That's just plain common sense. You're going to think it's an animal that you don't want to come across. And if it's a dog roaring like that, okay, you're going to lock your doors and your screen door, and you're going to go find your blowhorn somewhere in the closet, which should be locked up if you have kids. So you unlock the blowhorn and you come downstairs and peek out the window. Let's not be stupid here in this common society that we're in. But if you hear a cat meowing or a bird flying past, most likely you're not going to be so worried, because it's not going to have a loud roar. Okay. So with that, it's tethered to beta languages. People talk a certain way to let you know what they all about. No, I know what you're thinking. Oh, you can't judge a person by their opinion. Don't judge a person how they talk. Don't judge. No, this ain't judging. This is not judging, because in my research and other men's research, I'm going to give you something right now. Okay, go on YouTube. Okay, listen to men lecture, real men lecture. Listen to the conversation of those who want to argue with the men. The ones who argue with the men always start off with, I feel. The men who are lecturing on a general basis, they can look all masculine as they want to. Okay, but when they start talking about I feel while they're lecturing, go ahead and turn the radio off, walk away and say, no, you're a pussycat in disguise. Okay. But on a general basis, the one who's talking about I feel is the one who can't comprehend the lecture or the logic, because feelings have nothing to do with logic. Logic and feelings collide with each other. Your intelligence and your instincts is going to collide with each other. Your common sense, in which we don't have anymore, of course. What's common, right? I'm not going to get into that right now. As a smart guy, I can really break that down, but we don't need to go into the depth. We got to make this audio as small as possible and just skim over it right now. We can deal with that at a different time in a different lecture. Okay. But there's a lot of things within your own mind that there's a difference. It's a different dimension of who you are. Okay. So therefore, the distinguishing factor of those etiquettes, of those functionalities of yourself, usually is going to detail through your language, how you carry yourself. It's called body language. It's called verbal language. Okay. Any CIA, FBI, or investigator or smart psychologist can tell you that body language tells you everything without the person saying anything. But as well as a dummy is always best with their mouth shut. But if they open up their mouth and start talking and they are a dummy, they will eventually reveal to you just how dumb they really are or unintelligent, because they'll talk like a fool. You got what I'm saying? So with that, what comes out of a person's mouth, which usually, listen, at a very high percentage rate, 80% of the time in a conversation, when the person starts off with, I feel, you're not going to get anywhere. Okay. You're going to get in a conversation based on feelings, not logic. You're not going to get anything done. Typically, you're not going to get anything done. Don't take Morpheus. Don't take your Professor Morpheus's words for it. Oh, let me help you out for some of you who are behind the bus. Yes, here I am, Leon C, aka Morpheus. Is that better for you? Don't take my words for it. Do your research for yourself. And some of you do it yourself. That's why you single. That's why you ain't got a husband. That's why you have conflict daily. That's why you don't understand when people are talking to you, because you are thriving with your feelings. Feelings have nothing to do with logic. It has nothing to do with moving forward. Nobody really gives a damn about how you feel. You give a damn about how you feel. So why would you come into a conversation talking about I feel? Who gives two rat tails and a broken tongue and a lizard tail about how you feel? You should be more like I am certain of, or I think, or I have an idea that specifically blah, blah, blah. Not I feel. That should never come out of a man's mouth. I feel. I had an associate just the other day that wanted to debate me about religion. He was so interested in debating me about religion. And he could not stop himself from saying, I feel. He couldn't stop himself from, I feel. He kept saying, but I feel like. I said, no, start all over again. He said, well, you know, what you're talking about in your audio and this, well, I feel that, but I said, listen, first of all, let me tell you who you're talking to. I had to do it like that. Not for you who's listening. I'm telling you the conversation right now. Okay. I told him, I said, first of all, you need to know who you're talking to. You should know what I think of in my principles in my academy by now. And I'm at zero tolerance. Either you shut your mouth and think about what you are saying, or this conversation is over. Okay. So 2 words in, he's like, well, in the passage of the biblical text, You was talking about this, but I feel. He went back at it. I said, okay, let me show you something. I walked up to him, right? I grabbed his hands and I said, just sit still. Sit still and don't move. Let me show you something. Okay? I pinched the back of his palm, not his palm where you grabbing things with, not his grip, the back of his palm. I said, just sit still. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you some magic. Let me show you some magic. And I started increasing the grip just a little bit to cause a little pain or sting in the back of his head. He said, oh man, what are you doing? I looked him in the eyes and said, listen, this is I feel. Do you understand? This is I feel. I don't need this bleep. Pretty much what I said to him in a conversation. If you want to come with your feelings, take your panties somewhere else. Come with me with I know. Use your brain and your mind, not your feelings. And the extension of your feelings, which is actually your internal feelings, which is your emotions, is going to fail you, because feelings based on the FEEL, that is outside of your physical body, but your internal body, okay, is going to be thriving on a negative energy based on emotions that have no logic. Emotions have no logic. If you're going to talk to me like a man. Talk to me about what you know, what you think, what you are sure of, and what you are certain of, or you have ideas, or a conundrum of, or you attributed to based on your studies, or I've learned this in college in the situation, and I think that your analysis or your comprehension on this particular subject is wrong. Do you hear what I'm saying? Are y'all learning something here today? We can work with something like that. That I will sit there and listen to what you got to say, because you come up with something that might make some sense. Excuse me. Maybe it might make some sense. But the moment you listen, the moment you hear somebody say, I feel, close the book and walk away, just shut it down. You feel? Just ask them for a second. When they say, well, I feel like, say, wait, slow down. What'd you just say? Well, I feel, wait. Then say this to them. You feel what? Don't tell them about the subject. Just say, you feel what? What are you feeling? You feel sad? You feel happy? You feel mad, don't you? You feel upset that I'm telling you the truth. Don't you realize people get in their feelings when the truth hurts? Uh-oh. People get in their feelings when the truth hurts. That's why you in your feelings. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? As if you are an adult, you are a grown man or a grown woman, what the hell are you doing talking about you feel? Take your funny looking, I don't think straight self somewhere else and learn something. That shouldn't come out of your mouth when you come to a debate or conversation. If you listen, I'm telling y'all now, if you do your research, if you go around your countries, listen to conversation with people, who is the one feeling the most? I don't even have to tell you. You probably put it down there in the comment box. You tell me. Put it down in the comment box. You know the one who's always going to say, I feel like. Why are you a man talking about, I feel like? Don't you listen. I'm telling you now, don't you come and don't you walk in front of an alpha man or a masculine man or a man that's been swallowing red pills his whole life and try to debate him or challenge him based on what you feel like. He's going to shut you down so fast you wouldn't even know it hit you. You will black out from his logic, because you ain't coming with logic. You're coming with emotion. Now, I was going to make this audio like animated. I was going to put some animatronics up here and little flashy colors and make it all entertaining for you to sit here and have something to look at. But I figured, no, I'm just going to stick with my Janier. I'm going to stick with my lessons. I'm going to stick with giving you the knowledge directly to your ear, so you're not going to be distracted by me trying to entertain you like you're watching a television set. That way you can use your mind and not your feeling when I'm talking to you. We got to stop this senseless stuff. This is why I'm called Morpheus. And not only that, listen, this isn't for everybody. You who are listening may be that one special Neo, and it's going to open up. You're going to sit back and you're going to see it for yourself. You're going to hear people talking about, I feel, and everything thereafter is going to be a catastrophe, or eventually it will, or it's going to be a misunderstanding, or generally in that person's life, they have disorder. Or you ask them, are you married? Are you doing well? Or are you stuck in your 9-to-5 job? Can you keep a friend? Are you at home with only your puppy and your cat? Okay. And on a general basis, you'll find that to be true. Or they may lie to you and say, well, I got some boyfriends or some girlfriends, or yeah. Sure you do. That's probably all you ever going to have is somebody who's going to be there temporarily and leave, because you can't be compatible. How are you going to be compatible when you're leading with emotions? Emotions never created the world. Logic did. You know what built the bridge? Smarts, intelligence, and logic, not feelings. What if the pioneers, and the construction workers and those from our past world stood there where there was a big gap, or a big separation of an upheaval between them and the other side of the forest? What if they stood there talking about, I feel like I need to make a bridge. I'm gonna make a bridge with feelings. I'm gonna stand here and feel disappointed that there isn't nothing here that's gonna help me get across. No, watch them shut their mouth. No, they shut their mouth. They start putting mud, clay, ropes, hemp, twigs, whatever they can come up with horses pulling down tree logs and things like that to cut it down. Let's not get into the science of it. We don't have to. Okay. They used logic to figure it out. And eventually over time that transformed into blueprints that we have today to understand how this bridge is going to be made so it can endure. It doesn't take emotions to make it. It takes logic, not emotions. So stop accepting, or you stop doing it yourself. Listen to when you're talking. You may be that one. Open up, just listen to yourself talk. The moment you start saying, well, I feel like, you need to be like, wait a minute, wait. What did I just say? What did I just say? No wonder my life is chaotic. Yes. Duh. Yes. Because you feel too much. Stop feeling and start thinking. We're not even in a thinking country anymore. We're in a feeling country. That's why everybody's sensitive. That's why everybody is in an uproar over nothing. You have your own opinion. People hate on you. You cut your hair a certain way. People hate on you. You have your own style. You have your own ideas and you have your own success, but people will start hating on you. Why? They're using emotions. Jealousy is a form of emotions. Envy is a form of emotion. Hatred is a form of emotion. That's right. Animosity is a form of emotion. People who want to talk bad about you, if you are a content creator, or if you are a creator, or if you got your own business and you got yourself going on, they are hating on you because they're using emotions. They're feeling, not thinking. They need to be thinking about learning how to do what you're doing. They need to start getting smarter. They need to start thinking about their future and start feeling their future. Oh, I feel like I need to start. No. Stop feeling, dummy. Go to the library and figure it out with an actual book between your sausage fingers, and not your true Lord God and Savior, Google. Put that down and start thinking. Stop feeling. Your fingers can feel. Start feeling with your brain. Then maybe we'll get somewhere. Let this be a red pill in a lesson to you, and a very short and sweet lesson to empower you and stop the I feel like, because Morpheus will feel like shutting you down. Conversation will be done. Like, no, we're done. We're finished. But I feel like he's, go feel somewhere else. You're not my girlfriend. You're not my wife. And definitely, if you a dude talking about you feel and you standing around me, you better go ahead and take 12 paces away from me, or you going to be in some trouble talking about you feel and you all up in my face. Don't be feeling anything and you up in my face. Feel somewhere else. I don't play that. You better talk to me about what you think about, or you're going to have some problems. That's a real man talking to you, a real masculine male. There's no feelings over here. It's pure thinking. It's pure facts and truth, statistics and actuality. feel your way to some logic, and let this be a red pill to you as well, where y'all are able to decipher and push this sensitive, soft hat, snowflake mentality out of existence and start making something prosperous based on logic. Therefore, when you have a debate or a conversation with someone, you can get somewhere, not based on feelings, based on facts. Because facts don't care about your feelings. And guess what? I don't either.